I'm Barb Getchell, Assistant Principal Activity Director. An Activity Director is a really fun part of my job because what I get to see is kids come together, get connected to school, make new friendships, and then get passionate about something, maybe explore something they've never done. So we have a lot of opportunities for kids to get involved here at Stillwell. Some of our volunteer opportunities that happen throughout the school year is we have iCare. So the first week during first semester and second semester, students can sign up for iCare in their study hall. So there'll be announcements. That's how our kids find out when things start. Everything runs through announcements. Tiger Time, we make announcements. And then we just run announcements that are sent out to parents through Messenger. So iCare works from 2nd through 7th hour study hall. And they go out into the community and they do things like booster pack, they walk dogs, they work in some of the elementary schools, and so kids are gone during their study hall, come back into class. It's a great way to get connected to our community, and it also starts them thinking about Silver Cord, which happens when they go into 9th through 12th grade. Office assistants, again, it's out of your study hall. We have students who come into our office and they work every other day. They run errands for us, they do filing for us, and if there's nothing to do, they sit and they get their homework done. PE leaders, a very popular one, as you can imagine. They get to go into the gym class opposite of when they have PE, so it's not their PE class. And they just help with the class. They might help with warm-up activities, they help with equipment. Lots of kids like that opportunity. And then our student government, Student Senate. We meet on Wednesday mornings before school, twice a month, and we plan building-wide activities for students. We just had our Valentine's dance last Friday with a good DJ, good turnout, and lots of fun for lots of kids. I was not present, but was there dancing, Mr. Boyle?
There was dancing.
There was dancing.
We did the mannequin challenge.
Oh, very cool.
We have a Facebook and Twitter account you're not following, which you probably should. But...
You have to resend it to me.
Oh, I gotta resend it. I'll get on. You want to move it?
Thank you. He's my Vanna, because I touch it and it just goes poof. Thank you. So, others activities that students can become involved in. We have a school play in mimes, and so many of our students who are like, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. They tried their 7th grade year and they are hooked. Our play is in the fall. This year we did Beauty and the Beast, and there's a role for everyone. It might not be on stage, but there's a lot to do behind stage. Cast and crew are really an important part of making this happen. Publicity, so any talent, any interest kids have, we're going to find something for them to do to get connected. And that happens right when school starts, so that's a wonderful way for your 7th grade son or daughter to feel a part of Stillwell. And then our mime show. And we're practicing our mime show right now, and that'll take place at the end of March. Different clubs that we have, archery club. Our students do very, very well in that. They win tournament after tournament. We have our home meet is this Saturday, and I'm excited. I've never been to an archery tournament before, but we have lots of kids competed in it, and they come up through the elementary schools. Our Yes Club is youth empowering students. It's very similar to the clubs that they have, the character counts clubs that they have in the elementary school. Our Yes Club meets after school on Thursdays, and we do a lot of activities that promote kindness. I would say we have a curriculum of kindness. So we find ways to let kids be recognized, to feel good about being a part of Stillwell. And then Best Buddies. Best Buddies is a club that works with our level 2 students, where they go to ball games together. Tonight we had our first concession stand during our 8th grade boys basketball team. We've never tried this before. They made $200. These kids worked really hard, got money for their Best Buddy Club so they can do activities with the kids. That's okay. Other activities, music activities that we have. So you see jazz band, show choir, men's choir, women's choir, and orchestra groups. In order to participate in these groups, you need to be in band, orchestra, or choir. And these activities meet before school. Giving them a workout.
So, question is, what time is before school select for the play?
Oh yeah.
That is 6:30?
6:30, 6:15 sometimes. Before school. I came from Southwoods, this is my first year. February, I'm still not there, you guys. It is a hard transition. Other activities that we have, Hyperstream meets every Wednesday after school, after our early out, it meets. They do a lot of like Legos, a lot of STEM activities in Hyperstream. Math counts, our math count team went to Ankeny today, and they placed, they're going to state, and we actually had one of our winners be number one. One of our students took first place. So that is, teachers recommend for the team. So we have a strong, strong math program here. Geography and History B, that happens in their social studies classes. And then intramurals. And Mr. Boyle mentioned sweat. Sweat's in the morning before school, starts at 6 o'clock. Sweat meets twice a week. And it's organized activities, a lot of kickball. So a lot of kickball, some basketball, but it sort of goes in what the kids want to do. Mr. Swisher takes care of our sweat program as well as our intramural program. Intramurals then is 3 nights after school. And again, that's through the announcements. They'll find out what activity we're doing. They'll do anything from, in the fall we're going to start cross country, so he's going to take the kids running. And there's basketball, there's football, there's frisbee, they're going to play rugby, so wiffle ball, so lots of different activities for kids to get involved in. Okay, this is a very, very important slide that Mrs. Cooper is going to share with you.
I'm sharing, our nurse wanted me to share this, so she's not here tonight, so I hope I do this. But, and I saw that one of the elementary schools has already posted this on their Facebook page, so the word is getting out. But there are 2 new immunizations that you must have before coming to 7th grade. And the couple of the reasons why the nurses are really, really pushing it is because the part that I have underlined right here is that there's no grace period for it. Right now with the immunizations that are required, we have like a 60-day grace period, so students can attend school for 60 days until, in order to get those immunizations. These new immunizations, there is no grace period. So if they do not have these 2 immunizations on the very first day of school, they cannot attend school. And then the other part that makes it even more trickier, I don't know what to say, is not every doctor is going to know and be aware and be upfront with this. So definitely when you look at your information, give a call to your doctor's office, ask about these new immunizations, and make sure that your child has everything. Our nurse did say, don't just call and say, is my child up to date on all their immunizations? Because if it's one of those doctor's offices that isn't completely aware of these new immunizations, they may say yes. So make sure if you do make that phone call, you say, we just had a registration or an orientation meeting at our school. We hear that there are new immunizations that were effective this year, that just started in 2017. So make sure that you get those immunizations. Yes?
Are there other immunizations that they need to have?
Oh, I knew.
Or are they-
I'm sure.
Yes. There is. I don't know exactly what it is. So Sarah referenced it a little bit ago. There used to be a grace period. So in about late October, Nurse Liz would come to me and be like, okay, I've reached out to these people, and what do you want to do? And normally I give one more, hey, we need this, and then we don't allow people back in the building until they've gotten their immunizations up to date. I touch with your doctor, I make sure these 2 are on there, and then when you go through registration, Nurse Liz is one of our stops, so she'll be able to communicate with you anything that isn't up to date. All right, a couple of dates are already up here for our visits, so we will, I believe some of you may have course selection forms, some may not. They're going out here soon, or have gone out.
6th grade teachers have them.
6th grade teachers have them. So we will be making our rounds after spring break to go over this presentation with your children. So as you can see, we're going to Fair Meadows the 27th, and Western Hills the 28th. In Jordan Creek and Hillside, we're still trying to lock down a time, but we will go through this whole presentation and answer any questions they have about next year with them. So these are things that we find very important, help make for a successful school year, make for a successful experience in general for school. Number one, regular attendance. We want kids here. The board has a new goal for attendance, and last year still actually hit that mark, so we're still trying to improve ours. But we're, I'll put a plug in. So in case you don't know, we were nominated Stillwell as a Blue Ribbon School for our math data and a few other factors. And as I was going through our application process right now, in the last 4 years, our attendance has been 95% or above. And our goal is to get it as close to 100% as possible. So I think part of the reason we have some success, or we're fortunate to be recognized, our teachers are, for all their hard work, is because we get kids here, and when we're working with them, good things happen, and we partner with families. So number one, we want your children here. Two, probably one of the hardest right out of the gate, be on time. And that's, I mean, I joke about it for 7:35 start, but it's also be on time to class. I mean, we got 4 minutes. You get to see your friends, but be on time. Get to where you need to be. Be prepared. You'll get supply lists as you get into registration. Teachers will talk about what they feel they need to have to be successful. Again, I don't know how connected you are to what's going on in our district, but our board approved last night 1-to-1. So we will start working that into next year, and that means every student at Stillwell will have a Chrome device. And again, that means learning for all of us, because I would tell you, when you start looking at bringing your materials, in the bottom one, number 6, use a planner. I'll be honest with you, I don't use a planner anymore. I mean, I got a phone that tells me where I'm going most of the time. Now, my friend, Miss G over here, still uses a planner. So, yep. And I point out all the time how we're slowly bringing her along to this era. But it's going to change things. And I'm going to tell you honestly right now, some of the biggest changes that you as parents are going to go through is when we start talking about Chrome devices, we start talking about Google Classroom. There's a new one that we're going to start looking at, Canvas. One of the things we're going to try to do as a district is try to uniform the platforms we use. For example, right now, I have my own blog and Weebly site that I try to communicate with families about as much as at least once a week. But eventually, they're going to want me to get onto the same platform that all teachers use. But Google Classroom is something that you're going to be asked to start to familiarize yourself with, because your children and their teachers are going to be using that quite a bit. Participate. There are a lot of activities that go on, but it's even so simple as engaging in the process. Your children will hear that all the time from me. It is what you put into it. Engage in the process. If you want this to be a great experience, then engage. Get involved in activities. Try new things out. If you don't know, ask. We're really big. If you walk through our hallways, you'll see our 3 cornerstones. We as teachers, as a culture, are trying to build this foundation of growth mindset. That you control what you learn and how much you grow. We believe that wholeheartedly. We believe in high expectations. We want kids to achieve, and we believe that all kids can learn. We believe in positive relationships with our students, with our colleagues, and with parents. And we understand some days aren't going to be good days. I've had that today. And they're not even parents that attend this school. But I say to kids all the time, this is a learning institution, and some days it's academics and sometimes it's emotional. But we're trying to build positive citizens with you and hopefully create wonderful adults. And some days are great, some days not so much, but together we can do this. So growth mindset, positive relationship, high expectations, and collaboration. Working together through thick and thin. Ask questions. If you're getting into the year and you're thinking, nah, I don't know if this is right, or I'm not sure this is going the way I want it to, that should be an indicator to email me, call me. If you email me, what I will tell you is I am addicted to my phone. And it is a goal of mine every night to have my emails under 15. Right now they're at 9 unless somebody's emailed me this evening. So you can get a hold of me pretty quickly. And I can tell you from experience, I've had parents, when I'm working out, email me and I'm checking my phone and I'll stop what I'm doing if it's something serious and we'll get it taken care of right away. So I try to get back as quickly as possible. And 6, use a planner or your phone. And I'll tell you this right now, we're a little old school when it comes to the phone rule. It's often in your locker. Now, the gray area is off and in your back pocket seems to fly right now. We do, if the phone goes off and disrupts class, or somebody today at lunch was thinking, oh, it's close to spring and these rules are easy now. That phone gets taken away and that phone doesn't get returned again until mom or dad comes and gets it. So it's off. And you know, we want them focused on learning, and there are a lot of things that can distract in that phone.